Hi everyone, I'm Simon Hu. I'm an art teacher at Falling Creek Middle School in Chesterfield, Virginia. I teach art for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and soon I'll be teaching digital art. I started out, I think, getting an interest in education and specifically with art when I went to summer camp, and I went to a place called Shrinemont Camps, and they have an art camp there. And so I went there, and previous to that I never really had I guess, positive or negative experiences with working with others in a setting like that. But then very much everything started forming there at Shrinemont. I all of a sudden got this real appreciation and kind of excitement from the community that we built together as both campers, camp counselors, and our artists in residence, essentially, who would perform as an art teacher. And it was really that kind of unexplainable atmosphere that we built together that really I had an interest in. And coming back to school and then going into high school, I really started developing that. I really enjoyed working with others and developing skills together and working as a team at times, and also just coming together to discuss with each other what we thought about our art and how to get better. I used collaboration to get into art school. I went to VCU for art, and then in my second year became a art education major, and that really opened the door for all the possibilities of education in art. Whether that was teaching in the classroom, teaching in like a museum setting, and even getting an opportunity to teach in an incarcerated setting. So we taught at the Richmond City Jail, which was really incredible. I think that obviously if you hear it first, you might imagine that it's a very scary setting, but it was really inviting. I think that getting to see and learn from people that had gone through some tough times or in really hard situations and really just had this one point of outlet for emotions and for how they felt and for everything they could do, they put in their art, which was really incredible to see how much it was valued, and then how much it was valued to have a class for that. And that really improved a lot on why I was teaching. And so I got through school. I took a year off and just kind of wanted to cool down after having taught for 4 years in college. It's very different when you go from being in a class about teaching and even practicing teaching to all of a sudden you're the full-time teacher. You're the person, the point person, which is very jarring, but it was really fun. And so then I eventually got a job at Falling Creek, and I've been really happy and enjoying it since then. I learned from a professor, really great professor, Courtney Wolfgang, about this perception of community being, instead of just a group of people in a place, being this almost energy that comes from a give and take scenario where the educator and students are together, both listening and learning from each other. And so when I opened that up and started really not focusing on just being this, I'm teaching this to you and you have to accept it, and more of, all right, what can we learn from each other? How can we both get better? Because I want you to be a better artist. I think you want to be able to communicate your ideas in a way that maybe I can help with. And so really that exchange of information, exchange of power is really exciting to see. And I think it is better for you students getting that chance to take some authority and take some ownership over what they make. Especially when you're making art, you want it to be yours and you want to make something that's special to you. You don't just want to make the same thing as everyone else. And so it's really exciting when that happens, and that's what really gets me motivated when I'm teaching and I start seeing that the class is taking this ownership and starting to become their own autonomous, or working on your own self and being able to take the reins of it on this experience that we're having together, which is really cool. I've never personally hired anyone, but if I were to hire anyone, and what I get excited about when working with others is seeing that readiness and kind of intuition, the ability for someone to step into something before it's asked, to step into it with excitement and with an appreciation that they know what could happen, all right? Coming in with a positive mindset and being a part of what can be a really great, like I've said before, community, but what can be really good to help push everyone around us further, including yourself. So having that determination and wanting more from both yourself and students every day and continuing that. It's really hard in education, obviously. There are down days. You're going to have tough times, but it's important to come back to it and remember that this is really important, even if you don't know it yet, or even if someone else doesn't know it yet, that every day we're learning something important and that we're going to be stronger individuals and better individuals coming out than we were coming in.